everyone, and welcome to EWN Network and Afternoon Cup of Tea. And my name is Jean Lorio, and I'm filling in for Terry. And we all know Kathleen Caputo. She's our Mama Huddle Bear.
Hi, everybody.
And we're hoping Gracie will pop in.
Yes,
We're
she's supposed to.
but we're hoping we're going to keep that hope up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to be honest with you. I want to go back to bed, but I'm going to stay up for a little while. Let's start the way we always start by going into our heart and doing the heart brain. Take a deep breath and go deep into our heart and find that beautiful space that we have there where only love and light dwells, and where peace is in abundance. Now take another deep breath and pull in love, magnificent, wonderful love. Think of something that brings you absolute love. Maybe the face of your grandbaby. Maybe the face of someone you love. I usually think of my puppy dogs. Also think of a beautiful place. Maybe you love the ocean. Maybe you love the mountains. Or even the desert. The desert can be quite beautiful many times. And now that we have all that love in our heart, you're going to envision it in a golden stream coming from the back of our hearts, up our spine, all the way up our throat to the top of our head, and it's going to enter into our brain. And as soon as it does, it pushes out all those worries and concerns and fills that with love. So now our heart and brain are filled with love. And you know what we're learning, if you don't already know, is that God is love. So we fill ourselves with that godly love and share it with everyone that we meet, everyone that we know. So let's pray we have a wonderful lesson today, that some people come in and that our Gracie comes in. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Auntie Jean.
Okay, well, this is the 16th of April. I cannot believe that half of the month is already gone. This year has gone by like, whew, faster than a speeding bullet. Like they used to talk about Superman. More powerful than the locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Superman. So I printed off the blog that Terry wrote last night, and I sure hope she gets back soon. I'm missing her so bad.
I know.
Okay.
Ricky's here. Hi, Ricky.
Ricky, how nice for you to come in.
He's
Yeah.
shopping right now. He's still coming in.
Shopping. That's my favorite thing to do, you know. Unfortunately, I'm working on that. Oh, I dropped the log. Okay. I may not have gone where I intended to go, but I think I have ended up where I needed to be. And this is by Douglas Adams. Douglas Adams, that's a quote by him. You know, that is true. A lot of times you end up a place you really had never planned to go,
Right.
like here.
That's
Right.
it.
Hi, Andrea.
Andrea.
She's so pretty. Okay, this is what it says.
Mhm.
I believe we are all guided with an internal GPS. And if we truly listen to it, then we will end up at our destination. I sometimes think I am supposed to be in one place only to discover that is not where I am drawn to be. There is something calling me, and it is like a magnet, invariably. There is a reason to be in the other place rather than where I envision to be my destination. Dear angels, I love this eternal guidance system. I love that when I relinquish all control and accept that it is not about me, but about the mission that has called me, then I will always be in the place where I'm needed the most.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Dear ones,
Mhm.
always check in before making decisions, and you will find a peace with the choice you make. If there is confusion, it is because of the battle between the ego, not the eagle, the ego, and your higher self. Allow yourself the necessary time to sit with what you are hearing instead of trying to force something to happen. The harder you try to make it happen, the further you are away from where you need to be. Relax and enjoy your time that you have on earth. It is not a race, dear ones, it is a journey. Get excited, have fun with letting go, and become as a child again with curiosity and laughter. We will always be beside you to whisper directions.
And they do. I
And they
when I was a little kid, or when I was 4. Oh, are you finished with that? I'm sorry.
Oh, she just was a salutation. Dear
Mhm.
angels, thank you. I love you. Namaste, y'all.
I love it.
Mhm.
The angels are always right on time with Terry. When I was a child, from the time I was 4, I wanted to be a nurse, and everything I thought of was about nursing. I have read books about nursing and stuff,
Huh?
and I actually started when I was a teenager to work in a hospital as a nurse's aide, and I found it wasn't for me. And I went into all of the different careers, but I always was learning about healing and everything. And in my 50s, finally, I heard, as I'm sitting at my desk here, okay, it's time you become a minister. And I went, okay. And it's so funny because I kind of went full circle. I thought the healing was going to look in one way, but it
Mhm.
brought me all the way around to being a minister and healing in this way. So what we're meant to do might not look exactly the way we thought it was going to look, but
Mhm.
there's like she was saying, there's a mission, there's a calling, and somehow spirit brings you to it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Annie. Annie's on. Hi, Annie. Annie's. You know,
Hi,
you
Annie.
sounds like 7.
Yes.
Always confuses me. Annie 7. I don't know why. I want to be Gene 3 or something. Another number. Anyway, that's so true. Is that I think it's because the angels know us better than we know
Mhm.
ourselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes we think, oh, this is definitely what I need to do, and this is where I have to go.
Mhm.
And then we get a message or we get a sign that no, that's you need to do something else, or it's better if you do it this way. I'm going to tell one of my miracles
Mhm.
when I talk with Terry. I'll say one ahead of time. When she first made me do these shows, I shouldn't say that. When she first asked me to do these shows, she was gone for a couple of weeks, and I had to cover for her.
Wow.
And I really didn't want to, because I've never been that kind of outgoing person,
Mhm.
really. And so I told the angels, I says, angels, I don't want to say no, because I don't like to say no to my father. I said, but you have to give me a sign, because I can't, I, it's got to be a good sign. It can't just be a butterfly, because butterflies come and go. It's got to be something that I know for sure you're telling me I should perceive.
Mhm.
So I went to sleep that night, kind of in turmoil. And right before the evening came on, they had delivered a package to my house. It was a pretty big package. And I had no idea what it was. I thought it was curtain rods because I had been changing curtains. Anyway, I had ordered a little statue of Buddha that I was going to put in my garden. So when I woke up in the morning, I said, okay, I'm going to get in this box. And so I opened the box, and I have no idea how this happened, but I had a 9-foot Buddha in this box. Not 9 foot, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was
3 foot.
gonna say that's a big
It was
box.
huge. It was big.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I said, well, where did this come from? And I heard in my heart, is it a big enough sign?
Oh, wow.
So that's what I consider a miracle. But it made me realize that this was what I was supposed to do.
Mhm.
Hi, Marietta.
Hey, Marietta.
How you
And
doing, hon? I hope you got your boat all in tip-top shape and you're enjoying the ocean or wherever you are. Because I think you're going on the ocean and then down the river. They're doing this wonderful journey. It's a circle. They're going to wind up back in Florida, but they're going on rivers and different places. It's so beautiful.
that's great. Marietta, we love you too.
Yeah, we love you. And hi, Isabel. Hi, my sweet girl. Her daughters are so beautiful. Did you see the picture of her
Yes.
daughters?
Mhm.
Oh, they're so
Yes.
beautiful. I I brought another angel that I hadn't heard of. Maybe you have. Let me see if I can. Can you see her? Is
I
she
can't
bigger?
see it. What's the name?
Cassiel.
No, that one I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Cassiel. Cassiel. I'd never heard of her either. I have the bigger picture, but I don't think it will show. Well, maybe it will.
I have to look in Terry's book whether she has that angel in her
Particular
book.
angel. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm discovering all these angels from
Mhm.
those cards. She is the keeper of karma and time.
Oh.
She's in control, or she's keeper of boundaries, time, discipline, solitude, rules, tears, the parade of light versus darkness. I help you balance your karma and teach you how to grow through life's challenges, trials, and tribulations. That's what she does.
She's got a big mission.
She
It's a
does
lot.
have a big for someone like that, you think we would have heard of her.
Mm-hmm.
But
Hi,
the other,
Mary Lou.
yeah, the other
Wow.
information about her says that she's in charge of balance, duality, and karma. You know, so that was very. Hi, Mary Lou. Mary Lou, where have you been, my darling? We have missed you so much. Mary Lou was in our book club, and she went off to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And she puts big smiles. She went off to Europe, and now she doesn't come in anymore. But she came in today, so good, good, good.
Thank you, Mary Lou.
Thank you,
We
Mary.
need you too.
But we have missed you so much, honey. Yeah, I've got all your little angels on the wall up there so that I can see them every day. A lot of adventures. Good and busy. Good, good. Well, we're going to start up the book club again, I think. So I hope you'll come in. So I really, really do. Okay, we can do. What shall we do first? The angel book?
Let's do the angel book.
Okay.
Okay. Marietta's in North Carolina now.
Oh, Marietta, great. North Carolina is a really pretty place to be at this time of the year, I believe. They have a really nice spring. Of course, they're on the boat. I guess they stop and get off the boat and visit the place where they are, and then they get back on the boat. That would be beautiful. And then it's not like a cruise because you can take your time and do whatever you
Mm-hmm.
want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good.
Just being on the water is so calming,
Yes.
right?
Okay, somebody give me a page between 1 and 85, and we will see what the message is in the angel book. Mary Lou, I don't know if you know that Terry's published 2 books since you've been away. Mary Lou has a wonderful book of poetry.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay, we got 60 from Isabel.
oh, good. My mouth's so dry. 60. There we go. Now I know why I haven't been able to see you. I haven't put my glasses on. Okay, page 60. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one, Isabel? Which one would you like? Don't tell me all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Isabel says you're so funny. Yes, you are. She wants 4.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes all you need are those tears of release so you can cleanse and declutter the illusion. And that's true. I've always said that when we lose somebody, when something really sad happens, we have so many tears to release. And we need to release them so we can cleanse and we can go on. And sometimes people try to stop you from crying.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that's the wisest thing to do because then you just bundle it up inside.
Mm-hmm.
When my mother died, I didn't cry. Not
Wow.
at first, very little. I
Mhm.
did a little bit very first, but not the. My mother and I were extremely close, and I had so much to do with her arrangements and getting her estate in order and doing things for her brother and sister. that I just held it all inside. And then after a year, everything was taken care of. The will had been probated, everything was done. And one night I woke up and I was sitting in the middle of the bed, sobbing my heart out, crying and crying and crying. My husband didn't know what to do with me.
Mhm.
But those tears had to come out. And they just waited till a time when I could really, really release them.
Yeah.
But they still had to come out. And I think that's what it is for everybody. Mary Lou says there was a song. Have you ever heard 10,000 Angels Cry?
I never heard of that. I'm gonna have
No,
to
she
look that
says
up.
it's very beautiful. Me too. Have you ever heard 10,000 Angels Cry?
But Jean, I think you're so right. There's so much to do after somebody passes, and it's kind of keeping you busy.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it's after that's all over. And in the beginning, people are coming to see you and calling, and all of a sudden, then that's not so much anymore. And I find that's when people start to really understand, and things start coming out.
Mm-hmm.
When the tears come. My father died, and my mother died 10 months later, I think it was,
Oh.
and she was sick, so I had to was taking care of her. So I never really had the chance to mourn my father the way I would normally would, and it didn't hit me till 2 years later, after my mom died, that everything came up. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so funny. Somebody wrote something on Facebook the other day, and she was saying that she had lost her husband,
Mm-hmm.
and that she felt that she was kind of feeling weird. And I wrote to her that, and she, about grief, and I said, grief is not weird. Grief is normal and natural. And there's no way to do it. There's no handbook, there's no manual, there's no timetable, there's no shoulds. It's so personal to every person. And it happens a process. It's not going to happen like that. And you have to just be kind to yourself and allow it to happen as it unfolds. And you have times when you think, oh, I'm okay, and then you'll hear a song and boom, you're crying again. And what was so funny is that a woman who evidently was a counselor wrote to me on Facebook, and she said, I'm going to gently tell you that you shouldn't basically down somebody's feeling. And I wrote back to her, I wasn't downing that. I wasn't saying that feeling weird was bad, just that it's normal and natural what you're going through. You're not weird. You might be feeling kind of weird, but you're not weird in any way. But it's also funny when you're on Facebook, how and texting, people don't always see the inflection in your voice. They don't see your face, and very often you can be misunderstood.
I think a lot is misunderstood
Mm-hmm.
because of that. There's no communication like one on one human communication. And it's only to me, I've said this many times to people. Hi, Annie Grayson just said, it's
Oh,
Auntie
Grayson, my baby.
Bear.
Oh, we love you, Grayson.
Isabel says, yes, same happened to me with my mother passing away, and it all came up much later. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
About my sister and my father and my mother until recently with this spiritual awakening or work. I'm letting go of all the baggage from the
Mm-hmm.
past. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it does help. Yeah.
My parents died 25 years ago. And I still, if I hear a song that they loved, I still cry. It still brings the emotion out because I still miss them. And I think that's and I know they're still with me, but sometimes it still stays in your heart.
It does. It
Mm-hmm.
does. Hi, Robin. Nice to have you here.
Hey, Robin.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know that. Well, you know, um, you saying that about your father and how it didn't hit you
Mhm.
until 2 years later.
Mhm.
Same thing happened with my father. Actually, he died before my mother, quite a few years before her. And you know my background a little bit. So we
Mhm.
had problems, my father and I. So it wasn't until after my mother died that my father came to me. And I'm not going to tell you about it right now because that's one of my miracles, and I don't want to give away
Yeah.
all my
Yeah.
miracles.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, he came to me, and that was one of the most beautiful things in my life. So you all have to watch when I do that on the
Okay, we'll do
TV
that. What
because
what day are you doing it?
not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday.
25th.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's going to be canceled this Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, because Terry won't be here, and
Mhm.
yeah. So anyway, Mary Lou, I'm such a terrible hostess. Mary Lou had asked me to read number 2 of the messages. So let me go read that real quick. Remain in your high vibration by breathing and returning to a state of balance in your mind and your heart. Do we have an angel for you, Mary Lou? Her name is Cassiel, and she's the angel of balance. And neither one of us had ever heard of her before. And she's also the angel of karma. Karma, and you know, karma, I think karma, we tend to think of, well, if you do something
Right.
bad's going to happen to
Right.
you. And God doesn't work that way.
Mm-mm.
So the karma is really more balancing, a smoothing over of everything. It's not like I'm going to get you, kind of thing. Uh, Although that does seem to happen sometimes, but no, it's not anything bad because God is love, and there's no way that he would, you know, what we're learning in the Course in Miracles is there's no such thing as sin.
No, absolutely. It's a mistake. That's all it
and
is. It's a
and
mistake.
we're
Mhm.
forgiven when we're at birth. We're forgiven. We're
Mhm.
given the gifts of love, joy,
Mhm.
peace, salvation, and we're forgiven for anything we might have done when we were under the influence of the illusions. So, you know, you don't have to worry about that.
The problem is a lot of times we just don't forgive ourselves, and we keep that guilt for so long. I have a cousin, and I both of us sometimes look back and we say, "Oh, I did this and I did that. I never believed I could do anything." It wasn't anything horrible, but just these little things that sometimes religion tends to make you feel guilty, and it's hard to let that go. And that's something I think we all need to work on, is to exactly what you said, Auntie Jean. We're all forgiven.
We're all forgiven.
Mhm.
We have to know it and accept it.
Mhm.
We have to accept it. Um, what is it we say in the Course in Miracles? We're aligning ourselves with God's plan. And
Mhm.
his plan has always been for love and light and peace. That's what his plan has been.
Exactly.
And it's hard because you've been under so many illusions that it's really the anybody who's done the Course in Miracles knows that the first few times that you do the lessons, you're like, huh? You don't really understand it. I am so happy that this time I have stuck to it, and we're on 104 now.
Mhm.
And it's all becoming so clear, and it's all about love,
Right.
and having love and peace. and I think it's beautiful, and I hope everybody does the course at one time
Mhm.
in their life. You've done it, haven't you?
I haven't done the whole thing. What in my teaching that I teach is basically the Course in Miracles.
Mhm.
Same exact thing.
You know what? What I said we were on 104.
Hmm.
Oh, Mary Lou says that you mentioned
Yeah.
my book before. Such a miracle. I now bring it to people with 6 sessions of mindfulness. Oh, with
That's
Mary Lou.
wonderful,
Oh,
Mary
Mary Lou,
Lynn.
that's wonderful. Do you do it on Facebook? I'd love to attend. Let us know, okay? That would be wonderful. Hi, Catherine. Nice
Catherine.
to see you. Okay, I'm going to take names for cards. Who would like a card? I saw Kathy Han. Anybody else would like a card? And Kathy, oh, Annie. Annie would like a card. Isabel, Catherine, Robin. Okay, that'll get us started anyway. Let me see if I scroll up if there was anybody I missed. Okay, no, I think I got them all so far. Okay, Marietta, how wonderful. Okay, what I did is I brought in my 2 decks. The one is the new horsey deck that I have been using that I used last week. And the other one is Terry's pony deck. I finally got that one. So we can pick a card from either deck. Now, let me first of all, that knocking is to clear it. By the way, I'm not just being mean. Okay. And this one. Sometimes I like using 2 decks. Kathy, you get a choice. Do you want to? Do you want to? The new horse deck, or you want the pony deck? I'm thinking the new horse deck. I probably should just go by my instinct anyway.
Yes, she wants the horse.
Okay. Whoa. Well, let's see if this resonates with you. Seeking direction. Of late, you have been in a place of indecision about which path or which direction to take. The question is not as difficult as you perceive it to be. Ask yourself, which direction will create the most peace in your life?
Mm.
One path will lead you toward your own good and the goodness of others and will serve the greater good. One direction takes you closer to your divine purpose. Your heart knows the direction as it seeks purpose, and light for all who are involved. Choose carefully, as this may not be expressed as the easiest path or as the one with the quickest resolution into your current turmoil. Seek with your higher mind. The key here is the greater good overall. The decision does not have to be made today. Be at peace and choose with grace.
Wow, that's really for Kathy.
It is for Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to me because both directions sound good.
Right.
So it's saying she has to bring in her higher self here and see what is the best direction for her to take.
And whichever direction she chooses, she's been led to it, and it's the right one.
Okay. That's what it says to me.
Yeah.
Oh, Kathy. I
Wow.
hope that resonated with you. Oh, by the way, I didn't even show you the horse. It's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? Okay. Kathy, you don't know how much I admire you. You are such a strong person. Okay. I keep seeing these weird things. There's some kind of show here. Senior volunteers.
Hmm.
And it might be one of those. Oh, here we go. It's Mary Lou. For now, I've been to our local female veterans at a place called Soldier On, and several senior centers, and a local addiction assistance center, and with volunteers at retirement senior volunteers. I wonder if it could be offered with a group on Zoom.
Sure it could.
Mary Lou, I don't know why not. You might try contacting Ruth. Contact Ruth and see, even if she says it's not right for EWN, which I don't see why it wouldn't be,
Mm-hmm.
she might give you some guidance as to where you could go. Yeah, I think that would be wonderful. Yeah. Okay, Annie, it's your turn. And Annie, you didn't tell me, so I think I'll stick with the horse unless anyone wants the pony, okay? Let me see, Annie.
Yeah, Annie says pick for her.
Mm. Mm. You're going to like this one. Prosperity. You will receive abundance and prosperity at all levels in the moments and days to come. All limiting beliefs have ceased, and you have great expectation for the gifts, rewards, and richness of your life. About to pour, oh, these are about to pour, pour forth upon you. You are prosperous in soul and words, riches and deeds. Accept all goodness with gratitude and expectation. Know that this is your time to reap and be joyful in all the forms of recognition and reward. Any new projects you begin now will prosper if focused upon. Decisions you have recently made will unfold to the highest good, and the result of all right action will be
Wow.
positive.
Annie, that's amazing.
That's great for you. See all that hard work that you've been doing? Yes, I can see that. Wonderful. I love that card. So far, I've loved the cards for everybody. Okay, now we have Isabel. And I don't think Isabel probably matters. I will just checked, and Terry doesn't talk about that angel. Oh, she checked in her angel book
Yeah.
and she doesn't talk about her. And that's why I said this card deck, and there's what, 60 cards, Has a lot of angels in it I never heard of before. Okay, Isabel. Let's see. Isabel, our sweet Isabel. Well, I don't know. Maybe this will resonate with you. The title is kind of No Turning Back. As you have grown, developed, and deepened in your life's journey, you have found yourself way down the trail from where you started. You may have friends or people in your life asking you to change your back, to come back to where you once were. The way you were back then was comfortable for them. They did not need to grow or change to keep you or interact with you. However, you have indeed grown and are moving onto new ground, ready to soar to new heights. Looking back is reflective for you. Some yearning or nostalgia is to be expected, but trust that the new higher ground upon which you are standing will be reward in itself. Keep moving forward. There is no turning back. Well, Isabel, I know that has happened to me, especially in my family. You know, not now. Now they're pretty used to me. But at first, they were very hesitant and they were trying to get me to be more like I was. So, which I don't think I'm very different. But I didn't, have so many wonderful sisters as I do now. So, let me know if that resonated with you, honey.
She says, Amen. It is about time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay. Well, good. It must have resonated.
The words moving forward are very helpful for everyone to hear. That's true, Mary Lou. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay, Catherine. Let's see. I'm glad you all are not in the part of Florida that's having all the flooding.
Yeah. Terrible.
Where they live. It's very nice.
Oh, Catherine keeps saying, don't forget to show the card.
Oh, you're right. I didn't show Isabel her card, did I? Thank you, Catherine. This is Isabel's card. Beautiful horse. And this is yours. Oh, it looks like the same horse. It does. Look. It almost looks like they're different, but they almost look the same. Okay. Catherine, you've got collections. I think we've had this one before. Forward movement is not all that is being demanded of you right now. Forward impulsion is nothing without some sense of collection or control of self. You have a great flowing drive. Like the power of the hindquarters of a horse propelling you forward. However, you must straighten your back, lift your belly, and collect all your reserves to make the right moves in the right direction and not run in wild abandon. Now is not the time to run free. Now is the time to collect all your power, placing it exactly where it's being called for on the path. As you pull together all of your will and force, you will direct it in new ways that will benefit the greater good. Although this may take effect, the reward will be great. Oh, although this may take effort, the reward will be great. So there you go, Catherine. Straighten that back. I love the way it says straighten that back. Lift your belly.
I never heard of anybody saying lift your belly.
Lift your belly. And collect all your reserves. I've never heard that either. Sometimes they say, pull up your bootstraps
Right.
or something like that. Okay, Catherine. Oh, Kathy says, thank you. And yes, both are good. I'm hoping angels will guide me. They will, Catherine. They will. Even the strong can be weak at times. Absolutely.
Well, maybe it means to stretch. Is that what you said, Catherine? Yeah, to stretch.
Well, if you lift your spine, you can't help but stretch your belly. You really can't. You lift your spine, put your shoulders back. Put your shoulders back. Okay. Now we have Robin. And then last Marietta. Poor Marietta, she's probably on the boat wanting to go somewhere. Okay, Robin. Oh, can we read this for you before? It says the underbelly. The lightness and the darkness of every soul in every situation is apparent to you now. Nothing is all good or all bad. No one is without a share of both dimensions. The contrast is in everyone. Only to the depth that you deny your dark side exists does it wreak havoc in your life. Bravely peer into your dark side. Recognize your unfinished part and claim that part of yourself. Be appreciative of the secrets it holds. It may have served you thus far as a means of survival. By examining and owning that underbelly part of yourself, you create the release necessary for its healing. Treasure this part of yourself, the dark part of you, the dark part of your soul, as your own unique branding. Trust that this has served its purpose and remain aware of its presence so that you may only serve the greater good.
Wow.
Seems like it's trying to tell all of us that we have to look into our dark side.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's for all of us. And to acknowledge it. And then we can
So she
actually
agrees. Wow.
fight against it. Yeah. Yeah. Did I show her horses? No, I didn't. They're beautiful. Oops. They're white. There are two of them, only I can't seem to get the other one in there. They're beautiful. I love horses. Did you ride when you were young?
I did once. And they have little legs, and they put me on the biggest horse they could put me on. And
do that?
the horse had a lot of flies around its head, and it was trying to get rid of the flies, so it kept banging into a tree. I said, I don't think this is for me. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be alive when I get off this horse. So I never went back again. But I love horses. I love to be, pet them and everything,
Uh-huh,
ride
uh-huh.
them. I don't think so.
Well, a lot of people have them as pets. People think that
Yes,
everyone who has a horse rides. That's not true. I've known a lot of people who have horses and they're just pets. My aunt had one, and I don't think she ever rode it. She only went and
really.
visited it. Yeah. Okay, Marietta. I don't like doing that. I don't want to see what it is before I get it. Okay. Ooh, Marietta. This is you all over. Originality.
Hmm.
From your deepest desires and hidden dreams, an inner voice calls out to you to be original, fresh, and vibrant. Boy, is she. A step away from the crowd or the status quo. By seeking originality and receiving new thoughts at this time, you have an opportunity to create yourself as a force for good. Oh, sweetheart, you already are.
That's right.
This step is not only for your own self, but is a shift that will allow others around you to become more of who they are as well. Your willingness to be authentic and show up as you really are allows for difference and will free others to do the same. Being original is a gift to yourself and to the universe. Everyone becoming a magnet in everyone, excuse me. Enjoy becoming a magnet for originality. Boy,
That is Marietta.
this is Marietta. She is so original. She's so vibrant. And this is her. Oh, of course. Look at what she got. Zebras. There it is. Zebras.
Very good.
Beautiful.
Marietta, I don't know if you ever got my private message on Messenger, but every week Hado Bear puts up what we call Hado Bear's Wise Words. And he actually used the triple A, and he gave you credit for that, that you were a friend that he knew that told him about accept, align, allow. So Hado Bear thanks you very much for being able to do that.
Aw. See what she has just spread her love.
Mm-hmm.
You go to her house. She lives in the Keys. And right now I can't think of the name of the key that she lives on. But anyway, it's gorgeous. You just follow the hearts. You just, as soon as you hit the outskirts, actually, even before you hit the outskirts of that key, you start seeing these hearts. And they'll lead you right to Heart Harbor. And they go past her place. I mean, they're all over the Keys up there. And just beautiful, just beautiful. So, okay, well, guys, let's see what else we have. And he says, I remember hugging you by Aunt Jean and our time together, and you saying, it's only up from here. And I don't understand. Mary Lou says, for Annie. I think she's giving like a fireworks or something. Beautiful card. Oh, for Annie's card was beautiful.
Perfect for her.
Perfect for her. So, okay. This has been so much fun that it's gone by so fast.
Yes, it has.
I keep thinking maybe I forgot to do something, but it's just 2 minutes before time to leave. So, as I did the last time, I'm going to ask Now, you all don't know if I say ROH.
You're going to start that.
ROH is what Gracie calls Kathleen. So I'm not going to explain it to you because it's Gracie's thing. But ROH is going to give us a closing prayer. And thank you all, beautiful people, for being here. I love you so much.
Yeah.
So, Catherine, we'll do the heart telephone right when you're through. Okay?
Okay. So I will try to live up to my name, ROH, right now. So,
Okay.
okay. So let's just put your hand on your heart and just take a nice deep breath and feel the love that's here for each one of us. Feel the love that's here for everybody that listens to this show at another time. And let's just send that love out to everyone in the universe. Humans, animals, birds, every species, because everything is made out of that one presence, which we might call God or spirit, or whatever it is that you feel comfortable calling that which made us. That creator that is total love and unconditional givingness, and that it has already given us everything that we need, everything that we could ever ask for. And we say thank you right now. Thank you for each other. Thank you for being able to come together today. Thank you for everything in our lives. Even the things that might have been difficult, we can see that it brings us to a higher place, that there is always a good reason for everything in our lives, and that we are always unconditionally loved and guided to our highest and our best good. And so we release right now any fears, any doubts, any guilt, anything of the past that no longer serves us for our highest good. And we move forward now with gratitude, with confidence, and with the feeling in our hearts of that love that is right here for us, that God has instilled within each one of us. And so with that gratitude, and knowing that there's absolutely nothing that can come after this prayer that would hinder or delay it in any way, and that it's already done. And so it is. Amen.
Amen. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, on the count of three.
Okay, here we go.
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Thank you. I
I
love
love
you.
you. I really, truly do. And
Thank you
thank
for being
you.
here, everybody. We
I've
appreciate it so much.
enjoyed this time. Thank you for your support. Kathleen, what can I say to you? You're just so beautiful. I love you so much. And I couldn't do this without you.
Well, you are a perfect host, and someday you are going to know that. We're going to keep telling you that, right, everyone?
I'm a nervous wreck.
Never know. It never, never know. We
Oh,
love you.
that's because I love you all so much. And you know, it's different speaking to a group of people you know who are full of love.
Exactly.
And
Definitely.
you know,
Definitely.
because
Makes
I've
it
talked
easy.
to teachers before. Not all of them were full of love. So
That's true.
this is so much more wonderful. So
That's
thank you, everyone, and namaste.
Namaste,
Namaste.
everybody. Bye. Thank you.
Love you.